What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the Dominion Electric Faceless Fuzz. So as you saw in the opening clip, it's gnarly. It's a gnarly fuzz. It's a fuzz face type circuit. So this specific version of the Faceless Fuzz is very special because my friend Aaron at Dominion knows I love Deadpool. Yes, I'm a nerd. I love comic books. Always have since I was a little kid. But I'm a huge Deadpool guy, and we've talked for probably 2+ years, about doing like a circular, regular like fuzz face, old school vintage fuzz face enclosure, and trying to figure out a way to do like the Deadpool logo. So like that circular logo thing. And at some point he was like, you know what? Let's just do the Faceless Fuzz and we'll do a Deadpool theme. And he did. And it's awesome. And he even put, like, when he sent it, he even sent the pedal so the eyes, like the knobs were like the eyes that you normally see in the logo, which he's awesome. He just pays attention to detail with everything. So, and he's very meticulous about fuzzes. Aaron, I would say, is one of, I think, this is my opinion, but Aaron is one of the best fuzz pedal makers on the planet right now. I feel like he has really kind of honed in on those vintage tones and really kind of understands where it's coming from and has kind of studied the history and understands the circuit and understands the components really well. This one has an old RCA like military grade transistor in it. It's germanium. So I opted for germanium because I have like 7 or 8 fuzz pedals and they're all silicon. I don't have any germanium fuzz pedals. So I really, really wanted that in my arsenal. Glad I have it. It sounds great. We're going into the 2 Rock Bloomfield Drive. We are going to be in the second channel. It's breaking up a bit. This is what it sounds like. And that's the key to fuzz pedals. The fuzz pedal needs to hit an overdriven sound to really get the most out of it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the Josh Williams Mockingbird. We're gonna do some humbuckers, and then I'm gonna switch over to the Strat, do that. So let's just start off. I've got the fuzz at noon. I have the volume all the way up on the fuzz. So here we go. Alright, so that's like a great kind of chunky rhythm tone even. So let me back the fuzz off a little bit. Let's just see how that goes when we drop it way down. again, like super touch responsive. If you back your volume off like any great Fuzz Face, you get a nice clean tone. Alright, so that is with the fuzz at minimum. Let's turn the fuzz all the way up, and I'm going to keep the volume down on the neck pickup, just to see how jangly we can get it even when the fuzz is cranked. That's, you know, in the middle position with both pickups. They're both basically all the way down. So the volume is not loud, but cleans up, right? It cleans up really nice. All right, so let's go to town. It's all the way up. Both knobs are all the way up. This is how I like to run it. Let's get on the bridge pickup and make some noise. This thing does such a great job of kind of cleaning up and going from woolly, friggin' in-your-face fuzz to these kind of tones, which feel like way more classic rock inspired. Alright, I'm going to engage the bypass on the 2-Rock Bloomfield, which is more of a boost. So I love stacking. This pedal in particular stacks so great. I have the pedal board behind me. I have my OCE Maryland Boost. Loves this thing. So if this hits that Maryland Boost, it's got this even better clarity and like overall violin-like kind of fuzz kind of vibe for leads. But even for rhythm chunky stuff, it's just beefs everything up. Alright, so let me put the bypass on. Here we go. Here's without. let's switch to the Strat. I feel like nothing is more iconic than fuzz with a Strat. All right, here we go. Let's start on, I'm gonna start on the neck pickup, and I got the volume pretty low. There's so many tones in fuzz, like just by controlling, this is your control center, remember? Just by controlling the volume, the tone on your guitar, you can really get a lot out of this pedal, more than just boom, bombastic kind of fuzz. So I'm gonna back off the fuzz on the pedal all the way down. So that's the really cool thing too. You notice if I turn the fuzz all the way down, you almost get the same sort of effect by rolling off your volume knob, which a really great fuzz face will do. I always run fuzz faces with both volume and fuzz all the way up and control everything here. I used to just play, my rig in like 2009 was a 1971 twin reverb that I had pulled out 2 of the power tubes, so it cut the wattage in half. And I had a regular old Dunlop fuzz face, and that's all I had. And I just controlled, I left the fuzz face on all night. That was like my always on, and I just controlled everything with my guitar volume. And I've probably got some of the best tones, live tones I've probably ever gotten from that little rig. At least for that period of time. But what I think is really rad about this is, you see how like when I rolled that, when the fuzz is all the way up, you can hear how that pillowy thing happens and the tone gets darker. But as soon as you roll back that volume, you get that bright edge, which it doesn't take much. Watch this really quick. It doesn't take much. Like as soon as you start to roll that off, it's just like down just like a couple points on your volume knob, it starts to get that kind of chimey, bright edge. That's really nice. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a really good way. But yeah, I think this thing, for anybody that's chasing that really great fuzz face thing with the roll off, this is one of the best I've ever played through. The roll off on this, the cleanup on it, is monstrous. All right, now really quick, let me do the bypass. I'm gonna put the bypass on to stay on the bridge pickup really quick. This is without, and I'm gonna put it on right away. Dominion Electric, the Faceless Fuzz. Hop in on this. Aaron's making some really great stuff, and I think he has, and I think he would agree with this statement, but I think he has hit his stride through much pain and toil I'm gathering from like messing with different components and coming up with a great sounding circuit. This thing is just, now that I have a silicon fuzz that I really love in the OCE wrench, and now that I have the Dominion Electric germanium fuzz, if I put both of those on my board, look out, y'all. It's just really great stuff. I feel like the opportunity for tone, you know, obviously awaits you with this, because I think that this thing is really top notch and very affordable amongst the boutique market. I think this is street. I think it's $2.99, I believe. And well worth it, I would say. Like, this is a fuzz face that you could die with and be perfectly happy. You guys take care of yourself, take care of each other. I'll see you soon.